Hey Daria. What's up, everybody? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I am back with my girl Mo. Hey,
Hey.
how's everybody doing? As you guys get to come into the chat, just say hello. Drop some blue hearts for the diva. Monique, you still ain't figure out what you want for
Oh
your
yeah, I'm
support.
pink hearts. Pink
Pink
hearts.
hearts, okay. Pink hearts for Mo and blue hearts, the blue heart gang for the diva, okay? So that is what we are doing to support us in the chat when you come on in. Mo, how are you doing? Y'all know that Mo's getting ready to go out of town. And so we got together to do this live before she left so
Mhm.
that you won't be left without a review.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Tell the people how you been doing.
Been doing good, you guys. Doing all right. Hanging in there.
Good. Glad to hear it. I hope you guys caught the live that I did yesterday with VKJ. We had such a good time on that live yesterday.
I
Had a
watched.
great time. Had a great time. Catch it in the replay. Y'all are gonna have a great time. Hey Greta, I just saw you over in Bondi's chat. What's up, Joshua? We are here to talk about love and marriage. Huntsville, y'all. We have to kind of get through these topics. I have a screening to go to, so we're gonna kind of. It's not gonna be a blow by blow. We are gonna go through the scenes and whatever the talking points that we need to hit. That's what we're doing. Okay. So with all that being said, we're gonna start out. Let me um remove the overlay. All right. Now it was a little nothing burger, but oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted us big. Bam. Here we go. So so yes. So we start out with Mel and Tiffany having this conversation. The significance of this conversation is to give credence to what I said last week that Martell had plans to go to Atlanta to attend the RHOA function. And so when Mel was trying to extend an olive branch, saying that you could come get the girls later, you just weren't invited to the birthday party that she was putting on. So when she called after the party and called Martell, had Mariah call Martell, Martell was like, nah, I'm gonna get you on Monday.
I'm about to kill this cat. Hold on.
No problem. And I was just like, see, he always proves the point of, why, he just proves the point. He always proves Mel's point. So let me see. Hey, okay, Monique. Sorry, I went on here and got the screenshots. And so you're off the hook this week, okay? Thanks for stopping by. I know it's at an awkward time as well. Just make sure you check the replay, okay? That is my boo right there. So yes, so he's pretty much saying, and she recorded the conversation. Of course, you always have to record conversations with narcs because they always switch up. Okay, so to keep the lies together, just be sure to record them. So prove Melody right, and then also too, I think they had a conversation about, was it about Kiki? Her saying that she still didn't feel comfortable with around Kiki and stuff like that. So I guess we'll have a conversation a little bit later where you look molded, scratch the back of the neck. Okay. Do you have anything you want to say, Monique, about this conversation between Mel and Tiffany, pretty much playing a recording, proving Mel right, and
Mhm.
Martell didn't want those kids anyway?
Yeah, I was disappointed at the fact that he did not pick up Mariah later in the day. I feel like if you had plans, then just say that.
Right.
To pretend like, I just thought that was weird of him, and it
Yeah.
just goes to show you really can't trust too much of what he says or whatever. Now, I still feel like Mel could have invited him to the party. I still feel like that.
Okay.
She don't have to, but it just, to
Hmm.
me, it's almost like a pick your battles type thing. So I just felt like, it wouldn't have been a big deal if he stayed around. But that's up to her. She didn't want him around, so she tried to kick him out,
Period.
and
Yeah.
she tried to extend an olive branch to him to pick the girls up later, and he flopped. So
Yeah.
it is what it is
Yeah.
now.
And the thing is, I think the reason why she did not let him attend because they were in the middle of a nasty custody battle where he was trying to take her kids away from her and get full custody of them.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So as you probably could tell or not tell, but if you were a mother and the father is trying to take your children away from you, we're
Hmm.
not in a good space. So
Right.
I don't understand why you think we're going to have this kind of kumbaya type situation. That's not where we're at right now.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's war at that point.
yeah, I kind of feel the same way. So she also said that she moves the way she moves for a reason. And the
Mhm.
reason is the way he behaves. So we're gonna go ahead and move on over to Maurice. Pain in the pussy.
Oh
I
my
could
god.
not believe the
That's
audacity. The
I'm like,
audacity.
are you slow? Is something wrong with you? Like, I don't know how many other ways Kimmy could have said it. Kimmy is a very straightforward, reasonable, logical person. So
Clear
it's like,
communicator.
clear communicator. How did you not get what she was saying? It's like he was committed to not understanding her.
That's what I tell you. That's what I tell you. I said the whole thing, and then for him to call Kiowa, and Kiowa pretty much says the same exact thing as she agrees with
Yeah.
Kimmy.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Oh well, we're just gonna have to agree to disagree." And see, this is my thing, Maurice. I remember when we had this conversation when you said you wanted MJ to live there full time. She said, I don't want all of that responsibility. You're gonna have to do your share. And then what it feels like is he's trying to tell her to be more of a mother. Like he can't be bothered. So you go ahead. He said something about the rule. She enforced the rule, and then she doesn't want to enforce the consequence. And so she said, well, what can I do? She said, all I'm asking you to do is to back me up. And
Yeah.
if it's almost like, I use it all the time. You want me to call your father? You want me to call your father? That is the
Mhm.
snapback. That's one of the things that reinforces the, how either boys kind of bug back at their parents, or especially the
Yeah.
female parent, and you got to get dad to get them in there straight. And
Yep.
it felt like he did not want to take responsibility. I said, that is your kid. And she told
Mhm.
you that's what he was going to do. She
Mhm.
said that. That's why she said she did not want him full time because there was going to be some kind of expectation. And I'm sitting up here like, okay, so she enforced the rule to clean your room. He's not supposed to clean his room.
Right.
So who's supposed to be cleaning? Is it supposed to be Kimmy? Come on. What are we doing? I was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I said, yeah, I was hot. When
Yeah.
I was just like, just the manipulate. He was trying. He tried it. He
He
tried
tried
it.
it. He
He
definitely
tried it.
tried it.
He tried it. That's all I can say. And I was just like, boy, he got on my dang on nerves.
Mhm.
Getting a dad involved never worked for you. Really? Even do you have a boy? Well, most of the time it works.
It works. Yeah, it be working.
Yes, a lot of god dang on nerve. I was just like, that is your kid, and he's consistently trying to put that pressure onto her, like I'm not still battling for my life. Like I'm still, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
come on, I'm still in the battle for my life. I don't need no extra stress. If I say it one time and MJ doesn't do it, then it's for you to do. It's for you to handle. And that's just period. Yeah, that's why I try not to call him Monster. I try to call him MJ.
That's his name, MJ or
Morris Jr.
Junior? Okay.
Yeah, but he has that whole you know, that whole thing. Oh God. So we get to the Reiki practitioner. I think I recommended Reiki for you guys at one point. I think it was during
Mhm.
our what is it? The vision board that we did at the beginning, the self help and self-care. I used to get this done on a regular, especially when I was very, 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 very broken. And it does. I mean, I I don't even understand how it helps, but it does. I swear to goodness, because it looks like, all she's doing is running her hands and with the crystals and all that stuff
Mhm.
around. Girl, I'm telling you. But it is about the message that they're hearing, whatever spirit is telling them, and how it resonated so much with Stormy
Mhm.
that it actually brought her to tears. And I was like, never apologize for your tears. Like she said, it's a form of release.
Yep.
Never apologize. Strong Black women, I want y'all to take that title away, take it down
Mhm.
right now. Okay. It's
Mhm.
all right.
Yeah.
But I believe so. Kiki seems to be one of those Christians that kind of, there's no wiggle room.
Well, no, I would say there was some wiggle room with her.
Okay.
She seemed open. I think she just genuinely had questions because she's been taught one thing and she's now about to enter upon something new. So,
Girl, it was so funny how she said something about the stuff will come out the shocks will come out your fingers. And she said, yeah, if you're not careful. I said, oh my goodness.
oh,
Hey, sisters in the kitchen. But you saw like hers when she did Stormy's, she told Stormy that she has a genuine and pure heart.
hmm,
Um, that she, it was one of those things that just, I think Stormy is at a point where she's feeling guilty about maybe what's been happening with Mel, then also too not guilty, guilty with her company
yeah.
and how that has been going, and then the problems that surrounding Mel and all that stuff. And it may make for an uncomfortable situation when they're on set or stuff like
Mhm.
that. So I don't know, but I think when you think people don't really like you or you have those types of feelings, her just kind of reinforcing that her heart is pure and all that stuff, and let that let it go. I think she told her she was overthinking. I have one of those types of things too, where I was overthinking and stuff like that.
Mhm.
She needs to trust her intuition and all that good stuff. But when they went over to Kiki, why they was playing the like the circus music.
Uh-uh.
Like, I mean, like she took it for a joke, so they made the music, the background music, kind of light and quirky or airy or something like that.
Oh.
But they had this conversation. Well, what was Spirit said to her that your words are important, and there's power in your words.
Mhm.
And so basically what I got from that is that she knows that, so whatever her mouth chakra, that throat chakra, that was what was speaking to her, because she's like, you maybe need to be careful with your words, you might be saying a little too much. So that's what I got from that or whatever.
Mm.
And then so they start having a conversation. Hey Vonnie. They start having a conversation. It was so funny. So she's still talking about this whole thing where she does not she don't see it for Tiffany.
Mhm.
Boy, when I tell you, when we get to it, Kiki got her all the way together, baby, I was cracking up. And she basically was saying to me, this is
Mhm.
not what she said, but this is what she might as well said it.
Okay.
She better tread lightly while she pregnant with me. That's what it sounded like. She was like, she's the one pregnant. I'm
She's
not pregnant.
I agree.
Hello? If
You're
you
the one
don't care that you
pregnant.
pregnant,
If you want to argue with everybody while you're pregnant, that's on you. I ain't gonna sit there and be quiet. Because you still a
exactly.
human being. You still you bleed just like I bleed. So
Yeah.
you ain't getting no special treatment from me. If you knucking and bucking,
Mm-hmm.
you're not getting special treatment from me.
Exactly. That is exactly what I got. I said, "Oh dear." I said, "That's not what she said, but that's the way I took it." Oh, okay. So then we get to, you know what? Martell always gives me greasy car salesman. Just with the fakerization, he gives like fake it till you make it vibes.
Hmm.
He just gives me those yucky yuck. I don't know, like him walking around with them 3-piece suits on all the time. I just, like, no. And he ain't taking care of no business. So why are you walking around with a damn suit on? You know, it's almost like how sometimes black men try to uh, posture themselves like they're not like a hood dude, like they not a Pookie or a Ray Ray, that they, you know, they got a little something with them or whatever. And girl, it
Mhm.
just rubs me wrong because I just know him and he is just gross. He's gross. Okay. So yeah, she is. Tiffany is such a Karen. And she deserves all the smoke. Y'all better say it.
Because
Y'all better say it. And she better tread like I said. That's not what she said, but that's what she said. So Maurice and them, they're talking about this whole thing. And he lied. Like, did y'all catch the lie talking about um like Mel was just doing something just to be doing it or whatever? Not that you just was sitting up there screaming in her mother's face.
right, he
Like,
left that out.
yeah, he was like, "Well, is something going on?" Then I don't even think he told him about the custody, the court situation that's going on. See, that's what narcissists do. They leave out parts of the story. No, tell the whole story and tell it from the
Mhm.
beginning. That's what we at with it. You tell the whole story and you tell it from the beginning. Hey, LSW. I'm just like, no. So they're having a thing where he's saying that it's all bad. He was like, you know, I went through divorce. It's kind of, you know, it's kind
Mhm.
of, you know, it's rough. It's rough, but you don't want the kids to see the negative part. You know, especially him acting a donkey outside in that little vestibule of the skating ring. So I was just like, I did, and that's another reason why he gives me greasy car salesman, because it's one of those things that he just isn't honest. He's not honest, and that really annoys me, y'all, to no end.
Yeah,
Like,
you gotta take what he says with a grain of salt.
oh my god! And then what he did on RHOA, we'll get there,
We'll get
but that's what I'm saying. Like, every time he shows us who he is, and I don't even understand why Sheree. We'll get there. Let me stop. Let me stop going on tangents. We're gonna get there. All right. So this whole thing, he told him to try to get back to home base where y'all not, you know, having so much disagreements and stuff like
Mhm.
that. And Maurice is probably the cause of it. Of course. At least I think so. Like I said, marriages have about the lifespan of 8 years. So take that.
Oh, and then Martell also was giving him advice on Monster or whatever.
Oh, right. So yeah, he was giving him advice saying, you know, because he's trying to find a motivation for
Yeah.
him to get. I remember that clearly. Like I went through that like a year and a half ago, where me and Kevin was in therapy because we were trying to figure out how to get. I was just trying to get him to flip the switch, because that's what Kevin does. That like he'll act out and he'll be bad and he'll just go through this phase where, you know, you think he can't do it, but he absolutely can do it. And whenever he's ready, he'll just flip the switch and he'll turn into a whole different kid. He did it when I was potty training him. He still does it to this day.
Wow.
So yeah, he told him to get him into things that keep him structured,
Yeah.
ROTC and
Yep.
sports. So maybe that we'll see, some of
Yeah.
that get into, move
Mm-hmm.
into that, because that does bring structure, especially when
Mm-hmm.
you have two working adults and you don't have anybody to kind of really have that structure with.
Yeah.
So, whew,
Uh-oh.
to the big shebang, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So the tea party, okay? Mel look beautiful. I think all the ladies look beautiful. You know who don't sleep on Miss Nail. Nail look good. I was
Really
like,
good.
all white. She looked good.
Really good. Mm-hmm. I agree.
Um, yeah, yeah. So, and she got her popping too. She got the conversation started. So
We
we
did.
got the etiquette lady here. The etiquette lady is actually, I kind of didn't like her vibe. How did you feel about her? It was like she was looking down her nose,
Mm.
like it was like pretentious or something. I didn't like her. I mean,
He came off
I can't
judgmental.
not like her because I don't know her, but I just didn't like the vibe.
Okay. I mean, she was very direct, I guess. I don't know. It didn't really rub me the wrong way, but I can see how you're saying if she came off like she was being judgmental, or was
Mhm.
she was just checking the ladies. So when you're being checked, what I mean, it can come off a certain way, but
Yeah. Yeah. That was just one of my little observations. Oh, Zia, you are. We're on what's it, episode 6? You ain't missed nothing. Jump into episode 6, girl. You might want no, I mean, I ain't gonna say that because the fight, the whole blow up between Mel and Martell, you might want to check out 5 too. But other than that, wasn't nothing going on.
right. You ain't missing
So
much.
so Neil gets the party started. Oh, I'm getting so hot. Neil gets the party started talking about I'm sensing some energy. And I was like, and then I just feel like she knows something because of something that Mel said, because I thought Stormy came in there pleasant. Now I don't know about that mama,
Right.
but I think Stormy came in pleasant. And then for her to just name drop Stormy, like, do you and Mel need something? And I was like,
Where is this coming from?
exactly. I was so confused. I was like, what is going on? So then she was like something about, I think she said something about her mom, has had like some reservations about Mel. So I thought if she would bring her here and have like a conversation and everybody be around each other, and then maybe she'll have a different thought process about her.
Mhm.
And then, child, I don't know how they cut and screwed this thing up,
Yeah.
but the stuff wasn't making sense. The mama, what's the mama name? Betty. I think Mama Betty. She was sitting up there telling people to shut up. I'm about to shut this down and
Hmm.
all this stuff. I was like, well, what the hell did I miss something? I was just like, she was just like, Mel was like, I didn't know you had anything against me, but if you'd like to clear the air and let me know, and so
Hmm.
I can be privy to it, then I can probably address it. So then we get into like I said, the mama starts saying something, and I had a couple of pictures of Stormy. I had a picture of Stormy where her head was down. Then
Hmm.
I had a picture where she kind of had her hand on her mama, like trying to tell her to calm down.
Yeah.
And I think I the optics is looking like you're using her to be your mouthpiece. We already did this with
Yeah.
Tisha, and it's wrong road. It's the wrong road,
On the
okay?
road.
Wrong road. So it was about this darn tweet talking about the recording. Somebody recorded her in the house. Child, who the hell recorded this convo? This was December 17th, 2022. And so Miss Betty was saying that basically Mel by Mel not being very direct about everything, like she withholds information, she doesn't clear up situations, she kind of let the narrative run and play how it does or whatever. And
People were
Miss
thinking
Miss Betty wants her to be more direct. And
people were people
I
were
just,
thinking that it was Stormy. So online they were saying, "Oh, is it Stormy? Or was it Stormy?"
right,
And Miss Betty felt like Mel should have cleared the air
shut it
and
down.
clarify and shut it down and say it wasn't Stormy.
Right, right. And
So
you know, we've had this situation, me and you, we've had this thing where we say Mel doesn't communicate the best. Like
right,
she is a great communicator, but what she does is she picks and chooses what she wants to talk about. And sometimes it just doesn't make her look the best. And
yeah,
I always say direct communicate. It makes her look passive aggressive.
hmm,
So I want her to start being a little bit more assertive, even though she presents and she
yeah,
postures that she's direct. There's a lot of things that she leaves up to interpretation and all of that stuff. So
hmm,
there you go. So she need to exactly. She definitely needs to mind her business. Yeah, Stormy, I hope this is the last time we see
your mother.
your mom, okay? All right. Now, let's see. Now, baby, now do you see how pursed up Tiffany lips are?
Hmm.
Because Kiki shut her down.
Yeah,
I
it was interesting.
was cracking up. I was cracking up. You want to talk about this particular interaction?
You get started.
Okay. So anyway, there of course, there was this weird cut because I felt like Mel and Betty were talking, and then
Hmm.
all of a sudden, I think Kiki and Tiffany said that they had a problem with communication. They need to communicate.
Yeah,
I was like, well, where's the resolve? Like, did something? That's why I said I would have given this maybe like a 9.5. This episode was good. The episode was really, really good, but I'm gonna have to ding it because I don't like the editing
yeah,
sorcery that they were doing in this particular scene.
very choppy.
Yes, very, very, very. Hey Tim.
Hey, Tim.
Yes, yes, yes. So y'all make sure y'all like up the video. Okay, so we are going to, baby. When I tell you, I forget exactly what she said, but basically, she's throwing jabs. I mean, I think it was and then Kiki, she said something about at least I know who my father is. She said that. And then, first of all, the whole conversation kind of started off
Well, she
with
said, I thought she said, and yes, I know who my father is.
right.
I
Right.
thought she said it like that.
Yeah, and then also too, they were talking about do you know me? I don't know you, and you let me educate you with
Mhm.
knowing me. Like you had interactions with my family. Your son goes to my it was just like they
Yeah.
broke everything down. She was just like, yes, we've had communications. They did the flashbacks. You get to see um the boys going to lose baseball camp and all that stuff, and them sitting down when she was looking for her father, and she said that she had some resources and she may be able to find
Mhm.
some people that are in that state for you. And then she was like, well, why didn't you follow up? She said, I know who my father is. Why you didn't follow up? I mean, I told you I had the information. You think I'm gonna chase you down for it? So,
Mhm.
baby, everybody was like, it absolutely was a dig. It was a dig. It was a dig. Even Kimmy had to say it was a dig.
No, Kimmy was definitely like, it was she was like, it was absolutely a dig.
Exactly.
Kimmy was
Exactly.
not Kimmy don't be playing when it comes to Kiki. I don't think Kimmy likes Kiki.
She doesn't. She doesn't. Like Nene and Phaedra. Right. Right. That whole I don't know you, I know of you, girl. Shut up.
Yeah,
I hate that whole
I
thing.
don't know her. I don't know you.
Yes,
Don't
yes,
know
yes.
me.
But that's pretty much how the episode ended. It was a good one. It was a good one. I had a great time with it. I
Mm,
wanted to do the trailer reaction for Bell Collective because that comes on this Friday.
mm,
Carlos King dropped a super trailer, and I think it was long. I didn't get to watch it all, but
mm.
we're not gonna be able to watch it now because, matter of fact, I don't know. It don't look like I'm gonna make it to that um premiere. But anyway, and then also too, oh, I didn't get my other screenshots up for Love and Marriage Huntsville.
For RHOA.
Oh, yeah, all right, so sorry. Oh, y'all, I wanted to ask y'all, do y'all like this graphic better? Oh, you know what? We said that we were going to actually put. Oh yeah, y'all put your scores. Rate the episode. Rate the episode. Oh yeah, but you know what? Because we are in the frame. Okay, so I think when we have our virtual backgrounds,
Mm-mm.
okay, yeah, we can do the orange, so we get a little bit of both. Okay, we're gonna do it like that. Child, took all these darn screenshots and I ain't even get them uploaded. Okay, so y'all, let's see where the episode starts. Okay, the episode kind of it was on a beat continued, right?
Right.
Let me check these. Okay, 7, 7.8, 8,
Ooh.
7.5, 7.5. Okay, I think I was the only one. Hey, honey.
Whew.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, I understand. Understand. I know that this I had to do it a little earlier because I got a screening tonight. So 7.5. I guess I was the only one that had a good time with it. So I gave it an 8.5.
Give it an
Because like
8.
I said, because I said I was gonna ding it because of the whole choppy editing and
Mm-hmm.
I think they trying to do something weird or something. I didn't like it. Okay, so then we pick up with this argument between Martell, Sheree, and Kenyon.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
Child, when I tell you Martell, oh boy, I, you know what I'm saying? I just,
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
yes, hit the like button, y'all. This man is insufferable. I was really, really upset because my whole thing, and I caught Sheree in a lie because later on when we talk about when her and Kenya got together, she talking about she already saw the DM. She already knew. I said, well, if you already knew, why did you tell Martell to come over to clear it up? Because I thought you already knew. I was like, no, Sheree, don't be trying to make yourself look better. No, you look stupid, girl. So she's trying to calm everything down, and not Candy, Kenya is going off because he's trying to slut shame her, talking about, I'm sure all the men that's in your DM, you you're pretty much answering all the DMs like she desperate or something. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, just so many
He was
low
out of
blows.
line. He was out of line.
Very out of line, very out of line. And then next thing you know, because he came over there with the phone, he was like, first he denied it.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't seen nothing. I ain't seen nothing. And I was just like, see, I said, that's just like a narcissist. Like, come on, like getting caught. And that's why I say you gotta record them. It's a good thing they on the show. You gotta record them because they always either switching up the story, changing the story, and all this stuff. It's like, oh, look, I found it. I found it. All up in everybody's face. Everybody looking around
He
like,
was so I don't it's so complicated for me because um I feel like he was overly defensive for sure. Like he was
mhm,
definitely on the defense. You know what I mean? But
right.
at the same, but for me, I can't I can't fault him for wanting to defend himself. I think it's just the way that he went about defending himself. I have an issue with,
Yeah.
because let's be real, Martell aside, Kenya essentially is wrong. She, as a friend, she is wrong with the way she handled the situation. You waited until cameras came up to then tell your friend that her man DM'd you. And then you didn't just say, oh, he DM'd me. You said he lightweight tried to holler at me. So you're insinuating something. So again, I'm not mad that Martell tried to defend himself. I'm mad at the way he defended himself, which
Okay.
is always the issue, because he's always loud and boisterous and disrespectful and arrogant and all the things.
All the things.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think he could have handled it so much better than how he did it. And then he's talking about even if I did want to F you, who cares?
Yeah.
2 years ago. Like, why would you say that comment? Like,
He's always, that's why I say you cannot really
ugh.
defend him, because he's indefensible, because he always handles the situation in the wrong. So yeah, by that time he's up there screaming, and well, not screaming, not like how he did with Miss Van, but he's pretty much keep trying to show them stuff, shoving the phone all up in their face and stuff like that. Candy is like, I don't even care what you got to say at this point in time. But the whole thing was just, now who was this person that was on his arm with the blonde hair? Got a girl that's holding him around the arm like that at a party. That I'm confused.
I
I
don't know.
don't know. I was confused. I took that picture. I said, "Who the hell is that? Do y'all know?" Yeah,
Yeah, I agree, Inga. Kenya was wrong.
yeah. He is insufferable. I'm telling you, and I'm just like, no, and I didn't like how Carlos. Y'all, I really don't want Carlos to review the shows no more. I
Mm.
don't know why. I just don't. I think he should do interviews and keep it at that, because I don't like his commentary, and I don't want to go on a tangent because we got a lot to get through or whatever. But if y'all watch his stuff, I was just like, yuck. I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
His review for this episode particularly.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I did too. I was on Kenya's side with that, but like I said, that's
It's
because he doesn't have the emotional intelligence to handle a situation correctly. He still
right.
operates like a little teenage boy.
Yeah.
So
I feel like it's a two-parter. Like I just feel like which makes it complicated. Like the exchange between Kenya and Martell, I'm on Kenya's side because of the way Martell acted. But when you unpeel the other layer to it, I am side-eyeing Kenya, because Kenya, you're being shady. You
mhm.
waited until it's no different than what Giselle did to Candace. It's no different.
I feel like that Kenya, when I listened to what she was saying, she was like, no shade. I just didn't want you to hear from anybody else. And I just wanted to be upfront with you. Now, did she have this conversation around people, where like, did she blast it, or did she just say it to her? And then I felt like Sheree blew it up, talking about, Martell, come on over here. Like, you didn't even have to make it all that. Like, that could have just been a conversation between y'all two, and I felt like she ignited the whole charade, did.
Mm.
Ignited it, bringing Martell over and all this other stuff. So, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, okay, I'm Kenya's side as well. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, but I definitely, yeah, because Martell just no, just all the way no. I just can't stand it.
Martell is a no, but as a girlfriend, I'm side-eyeing Kenya because of what she did, how she did it. She waited till the cameras came up. She knew it was going to be a good storyline, so she waited till the cameras came up, And then you were wrong because the message that you have, he was not flirting with you. So it makes you look like, are you trying to plot and scheme? Are you trying to conjure up something to make a good storyline? Because Kenya is a producer.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I feel like just saying that is not a storyline. It's just I'm just letting you know he was in my DM. That's it.
mm,
I didn't see nothing. I didn't get all that. I didn't get all that from that, because like I said, I felt like she kind of tried to do it. She had all these disclaimers. She was saying, it ain't nothing all like that or whatever. And I, like I said, I felt like Sheree was the one that kind of blew that whole thing up, and it didn't even have to be that. She would have been like, "Well, he with me now. Did you talk back to him or something?" And that's it. I mean, that's not a storyline to me. I was like, we definitely, yes, I did catch a couple of snippets on the thing. And basically, Kenya is trying to tell her that she does not learn from her past experiences. Like she
mhm,
keeps choosing the same man or
mhm,
just men with bad qualities. And it's just crazy. Hey, Jay, what? Yes, he has been coddled for his bad behavior. He takes no accountability. He doesn't. And you see why. His mom is
mhm.
the culprit of that. His
Yep.
mom set the table for that, where, like, she blew my head off when she said something about the kids need therapy, but he don't need therapy. I was like,
Yeah. She was like, "Why are you in therapy?" I'm like, "Girl, he needs it. That's why he's in therapy. You should be encouraging it."
I was so confused. I said, "Well, we see exactly where he get it from." Okay, so and yes, and as long as he keep on getting women that's quick to say, he's never going to change. He's never going to change. Well, narcissists, they really don't change. So
Yeah,
there's
and
that.
Kenya can't really talk too much about that topic. She can't, but you're right.
This
Tread
is
lightly.
true. This is true.
Tread lightly, Kenya.
Mama needs therapy too. Hello. Yes, her picker is broken. And she did some comment about the whole in the confessional, talking about she always got men being enemy number one. Is that because she don't have one? And I was just like, girl, you might want to sit your ass down, because the one you got ain't shit. So
Mm,
I'm still trying to figure out, like, what was that? Was that supposed to be a flex? I tell you, Sheree just really, they never change. They never change. She's the worst. She is the worst. I mean, that girl, I said she did a number on him, because I can't believe it. And then also too, during this party, when Candy and Courtney got into it about this whole the
mm,
bouncing of the head, and I'm about to headbutt, Sonya go running over talking about, girl, you missed it. Girl, you missed it. So, and I was so glad how Candy checked her when they actually ended up having
mhm.
um
Along.
lunch or something.
Mhm.
So yeah, so I thought Courtney, she was putting too much stank on it. I
Mhm.
think she like we said, she was giving Fatum, she was giving all of the things, right?
Yep. Very extra.
So
Very extra.
yep. And then also too, now one thing I will say about this whole thing talking about Martell is dating other women in Atlanta. The last time I looked, that man is single. Like, just because I date you, it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna date someone else. Unless it's exclusive, or unless you got a ring on your finger. I don't care who the hell he's seeing around Atlanta. So Manyata was getting ready to get something popping about, he's seeing other women in Atlanta. And I'm just like,
Mhm.
so what? That was my take on it. And I ain't taking up for no Martell. So
Right.
um we didn't get much of Marlo this episode.
No. Mm-mm, we did not.
No Marlo. But I thought everybody looked beautiful. I think Kenya was my fave, of course, in the all white. Just like nail. It's something about white. White looks good. Oh no, you know what? Sheree did look good. And
Mm-hmm.
she had a silver number.
Yeah,
Yeah, Sheree looked good
she looked
too.
nice.
Yeah. So that I guess that ends the thing. But Sonya, she's too well, we know whose side she's on. Like she wants to be friendly with Kenya and Candy, but I think her allegiance is with um
Marlo.
Marlo and Sheree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We did see Ralph and Ross at the party. He was giving him some cigars and all that good stuff. So um let's see where else. It was so funny when everything was going down, how Todd was just looking like
Yep.
he ain't never step in, he ain't never say nothing. He just was looking. I was like, "This, come on!" I say he know exactly what time it is, how we do on these housewives franchise. Martell don't know nothing. He coming in trying to act like Peter Thomas.
And that's
No,
why I don't believe Tamar Braxton when she said, "Oh, he tried to attack me." I don't believe
exactly,
this.
exactly.
You got to take what she said with a grain of salt too, because
Yes, yes.
he puts 20 on 10.
We're supposed to learn from our mistakes. Sheree does. She is too old. She is too old. I'm telling you, short bus. I'm telling you, her and Martell are actually perfect for each other. Actually. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. We got a reveal that Courtney is Ralph's cousin. And I guess they're taking that all the way to the bank because it was just so funny how like even when Ralph got home and Drew came home and he was like, I got a cousin, I got a new cousin and all this stuff. And I was just like,
It's
okay.
so random.
Right. And did you peep that she said something about the Pittmans are crazy. They like to fight. They like to hit. They like to fight or something. Talking about you Pittmans are
Mm,
crazy. And I was like, ooh, did she spill a little bit of tea? Like, who's fighting?
mm.
Is he fighting?
I
Who is
didn't.
he fighting?
I caught. I know what you're saying. I remember when they said it, but I didn't think much of it. But now, yeah, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. And then also too, that's why we were saying, you remember they did that flashback of her and Bob,
Oh
and
yeah,
on camera, he said, have I ever choked you? And she said, yeah. He said, you still living? I ain't choke you hard enough. I said, what is happening?
yeah. That was one of the most awkward, most uncomfortable scenes I've seen on Housewives. Like that.
Right. And who comforted her? Who stood up for her? Kenya. That's not right, Bob. That's not cool. And then when she's over in looking at the glass crying, Kenya's doing all that. So I mean, I don't know. I feel like the way Sheree does, I don't know. I think these theatrics that she be doing and how she comes for Kenya and Candy like that. I think she knows that she kind of has to if she wants to keep her job or something like that. It's like you gotta have keep it going because otherwise, I just don't understand why she gotta wild hair up her ass for Kenya and Candy. I don't know. It's just weird.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, you know Ralph with his love bombing tactic. So she's coming home from Chicago, where her
Mm-hmm.
father is, and he's going through dementia and stuff like that. And you know, I was surprised that she took her boys. She took her oldest boys with her um to visit, and I thought it was so sweet when they recorded her singing to the father and the father kind of recognizing, like having some kind of recognition. And I thought
Mm-hmm.
that was a cute scene.
Yeah, that's
um
a terrible, terrible disease. It's
it
just
is it is it is right. Damn wrong.
oh yeah, Matt. He was a nutcase too.
Yes, yes. Now this, I got a you got a problem with this? Why is Ralph on the cover of
Hold it
her
closer.
single? Hmm?
Hold it closer.
Okay. Why is Ralph
Yeah,
on
why
the
is
cover of
he?
that? So now he can go after her music in a divorce because he contributed. She got him plastered all on her. I was like, girl, I don't know. I really didn't like that or whatever.
Mhm.
He talked about the party and talked about how good he looked. And talking about Courtney and how I got popping or whatever. And that Courtney is his, and we already went through that. So saying it, and do you have anything else to say about that?
Mm-mm.
Yes, it was. It was. Not AK Ike.
Mm-mm. Uh-uh.
So
He is
then,
very controlling.
yeah. When we went to Sang It and Candy, and you remember I told y'all about this, how Candy got her together. And I had wrote it on there. I said, I don't care what somebody else said about me. Did you defend me? What did you
What
say?
did you say?
I said, come on, Candy girl. I loved it. You know, they had their little pleasantries and they're talking about Ross wants all the other family out and she's having a hard time dealing with that. She said she gave them everyone like 2 years. And then of course, Candy, of course, tells her situation with Todd wanting to open up all these restaurants and he wants
Mm-hmm.
to do movies and he doesn't feel like she supports him the way he supports her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm I'm gonna let you know, y'all. Even though Todd comes to the table with something,
Mm-hmm.
he's still gonna feel some type of resentment if
Yep.
the woman is out performing, out earning. She's the star, she's the most important. They are always gonna feel away. And here we go. We see it. It's manifesting, is coming up. Um, I
Mm.
think all she can do, all she can do is cut back and support him because he has support her. And I believe that. But the thing is, I don't think it's a smart idea for him to keep on opening up restaurant after restaurant. He talking about a Mexican restaurant, then he said something about Ace Pizza. Baby, just put pizza on the menu. Put Taco Tuesday on the menu at OLG. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to keep on getting all these brick and mortar. That's more employees. That's more
Yeah.
overhead. That's more. And y'all just got finished correcting y'all restaurant grade from a C to a,
Uh-huh.
passing. Like,
Need to perfect what you already have and make sure that's up and running and a well-oiled
exactly,
machine before you, yeah, they need to
exactly.
work on their stuff.
I agree. I agree. And I mean, I applaud him for being very ambitious, but I just, I don't want, he's saying he's making the money. Okay. OLG was his idea.
Yep.
So, uh, I don't know. I just don't want him to just keep on running it up, and just like, just running around town because the more restaurants you have, the more you have, it's more on your plate. And
Yep.
the children are already saying that they want their parents more.
Yep.
You want her more, so we're gonna have
Mhm.
to, you know, that's
Right.
not the move. That's not the move. He said he's doing it for money because the restaurants is bringing in the most money that he's ever made.
Yep. That's what he said.
Go figure. I don't think I would have said that on TV because you know how people do. They like, oh, they just trying to get our money or something, something, something. And then they'll stop supporting you.
Supporting
I
you.
don't know. It's people are funny like that. So
Yeah.
don't quite know. So
Mhm.
they Candy and Sonya was talking about this family trip to Disney.
Yep.
And so that's why I think Candy thought she had more of an allegiance with Sanya because they vacate their families vacation together and stuff like that. But
Mhm.
she said in her confessional, she said she does not believe Sanya because they played the beautiful bean footage and
Mhm.
we see Sanya
Laughing.
laughing and kikiing.
Exactly.
Not nothing of what she said. Like she was trying to defend her.
Yeah, she
We
was
didn't see
stuttering
that.
and lying, and
And
she.
Candy called it in the confessional. She
Yep.
was like this. I don't have her doing that, honestly. I was like, nope. Let me see. Mama Joy still can't stand. Ralph and Martell should be best buddies. Girl, say it.
Mm.
Yes, it is more expensive. Yeah. 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 I don't understand. It doesn't, like I said, incorporate those types of things to the establishments that you have. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And maybe, I mean, you don't want to be rushing people. I understand if you have another business that you have a whole nother building that you can fill up simultaneously. But I heard Blaze, they said Blaze wasn't doing too good, right?
That's what they say.
So why don't we fix that up? Why don't we do something, revamp or do something different with that? But I just don't see the purpose of keep on getting all these businesses and stuff like that. And like I said, I was with my girl Candy talking about, but I really want her to reassess and cut some things out. Cut some things out.
Hmm.
Because I think she got like a podcast. She's like acting in the shy, a la carte. She may be trying to get other roles. She's trying to get her EGOT. Cut back on the spoofs. You don't need that. Cut back the podcast. You got to speak on it. I know YouTube is paying well.
Yep.
So, I feel like there's some things we have to do some give and take or whatever. And I really feel like she really should support Todd. I'm sorry.
She needs to support him way more. A part of me feels like Candy is. I don't want to call her selfish, but she
self-centered, I think. I think it's
selfish. You can still have selfish ways, like,
right.
you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like whenever it's a Todd thing, she always has excuses and this, that, and the third. Like, think about last season when the whole apartment up in New York, how she was acting about that, but yet
Yeah.
off of an ex from donkey years ago. But like Todd said, you was messing with the dude in your house before Todd, and he didn't let that stop him from moving in. So you can't have these double standards. It's not fair to him.
Exactly. And like I said, I don't be caping for no dudes, but right is right and wrong is wrong. And like I said, I'm gonna call you out when you're right, tell you when you're wrong. So that's just, I
Mhm.
just feel like, especially if you want the marriage to work. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
did y'all see that KFC
Commercial.
commercial?
Yes.
Why
So cute.
it was so perfect because Candy is greedy. All you see her do is eat on camera, and that whole thing just tickled me pink. How little Ace was doing the whole thing, and she's
Yeah,
looking
that's
at the chicken nugget. I said, "Girl, Candy, I would be embarrassed, but I can't. I can be embarrassed because I'm a little on the plus side. So I don't want nobody to be like, girl, all you do is eat. But at least she still look good. She nice and in shape or whatever. But that girl loves some food.
yes.
I thought it was so cute. Okay, so then we go to Sonya having a conversation with Ross
Okay.
on
Yeah.
the FaceTime,
FaceTime.
talking
Yep.
about we can't make this baby if you always in another state.
Mm-hmm.
He always in another state. I don't understand why he doesn't just dissolve that company and start it in Atlanta if that's where they're gonna stay.
Yeah, because the going back and forth, I
Yeah,
wouldn't like that too
I
much.
wouldn't like. I wouldn't like it either. I mean, it's almost now. This is allegedly. This is what I'd be thinking that you got a whole nother family down in Houston
Yeah.
or somebody that you just can't. Like I said, it doesn't make any sense to me. And all of that is alleged. And we're not saying that. I'm just saying that, when you go on and she's saying you're never home. And that's what my whole thing is. She's trying to say that he's going to be more present with this new baby But that's not what it looks like. It doesn't look like he's going to be present because he's not present.
He's not present now. So
Yeah.
what makes you think he's gonna be present then?
Yes, you love the KFC commercial. All Candy need is understanding. Yes, come on. why, why can't he have the business in both states? Well, he needs to hire a manager that's going to oversee the Houston one. He can have them in both states, but I didn't want to say, do a dual coast or whatever, but maybe he can't handle it like that. Or, what I'm saying? I ain't trying to put more on him. I'm just saying just bring it on over to Atlanta. So I don't know. Yeah. I don't think he's I wouldn't have a baby even. Mm-mm. Nope. I don't even know why people still bringing babies in the world, girl. The earth is dying, y'all. The aliens are getting ready to come. It's crazy. Like the world is crazy. I wouldn't bring no more children into this thing. So we go to Blaze, y'all. We go to Blaze, and um Todd, y'all, he had like this real stanky face. I was like, ooh, y'all, the closer I get, the worse it looks. But he just was frowning the whole time. I noticed, like, I was like, ooh, I was like, I don't know. I didn't like the energy that
I didn't
he was
notice that.
bringing. Yeah, it was, like I say, I feel like the resentment is there. And
Mm,
so they're sitting up there talking about the Blaze, and then of course, she's not really happy about the whole trying to open up all these restaurants. So then her cousin Melvin comes in, and they're saying, Todd is like, we about to revamp, we putting some new things on the menu. So the chef comes out, Candy don't give a damn. As long as it tastes good, just
mm,
put it on the menu, because Candy gonna eat the food. Okay, she gonna eat
right.
the food, she gonna like it. The food did look good.
It did
It,
look good.
it looked good. They had a crab burger and all that stuff. And then the producer said when he came in with the sling, his arm in the sling, because y'all know, um, Melvin is the employee that got shot. So it wasn't like it was customers that were injured. It was actually an employee.
Mm-hmm.
Where and Kent Todd didn't want to discuss it at all. He was like,
Yeah.
it's legal. We don't want to talk about it. The producers asking questions. And
Mm-hmm.
Candy is very transparent. That's one thing I will say, that I don't ever have to worry about Candy lying, because that's just not her MO. She's
Yeah.
always forthcoming, brings the information. Now she might be a little messy,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, she don't be lying. So she just pretty much said the incident what happened. And then we had shout out to Love B Scott. Um, everybody saying that the employee was shot by a co-worker at
Mm-hmm.
Blaze Steak and Seafood Restaurant. They said that the guy came in intoxicated, and and things got heated. They went out into
Went
the
outside.
yes, and he ended up getting pow pow. So
It's so crazy. We're thankful that he's okay, because
absolutely
that could have went a totally
left, right.
different direction.
That could have went really, really left.
Sure said you don't know if you're getting biscuits or bullets.
Girl,
That was funny. I can't deny it. That was funny.
baby. That's what I said. She is funny in the confessionals only when she's doing like the funny shade, the light shade.
Like
Like when
shit.
she be taking them real harsh shots, I don't like it. But she can be funny. She has those moments where she just be like, I don't know. I thought that was hilarious. I thought it was hilarious. He is daddy daycare.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Right. He said I wouldn't have a baby with him gallivanting. Right. I heard the food. Yeah, I heard that every time you go, like I think Melvin's food is good, but if Melvin isn't working, I heard that they're not using like the same recipes. Like whoever is in the kitchen,
Mhm.
the food is not kind of tasting every time. You know what I'm saying? I did hear that though. I think I heard that from somebody who actually went there. I want to say it was Justin J. People acting like we on the Wild Wild West, girl. I'm told. What I tell you? I just said? Don't have no babies. So then, they had that little conversation and cleared up the air. Like I said, Candy is very transparent with that whole thing. Yes, we definitely need consistency in the food.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, what do we have here? I think we see Kenya and her girlfriend.
Mhm.
Now, what did you think about the energy of this new girl?
I liked it. I
Me
like her.
too.
I felt she had good energy. It was a cute scene. I want
Oh,
to
it said the
see.
little girls are best friends and they playing
Yeah,
tennis.
I want to see more of her and not Courtney.
Right, right. Because of course, if she is, if she's married to a professional
Mhm.
athlete, come on, that's the status right there. I'd rather like what does Courtney do
She does.
other than
I mean, she
start
has
the
a
mess?
career. She has. She's. They said it in the opening, but I don't
Yeah, I
remember.
remember. I don't remember, but I remember her saying something. You know,
Yeah.
I think she's cute too. I think
Hmm.
I think she's pretty.
She's very pretty.
And then Kenya is gushing over this guy, and he looks like a cutie too.
I think Manietta set them up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she's talking about she's like head over heels for him and all that stuff, and she was pretty much saying that, you know, it don't matter if he don't work out, we gonna get you somebody else, girl, because you look fabulous. So she was being very, very encouraging. I'm trying to see where we at. Anything to say about that? You say you liked her energy. I want to definitely see more of her.
Yeah, I want to see more of her. See what she's
Okay.
given to putting to the table. See what she's given.
Okay. And then we get to Sheree. Sheree having lunch with Sanya. And she tells her that she's a grandma now. I was like,
Hmm.
"Aw." I was like, "Why does everybody want to be a grandma? I want to be a grandma. Grandma. Grandmama." And then I felt like she was kind of biting off of Nene anyway. Okay, so then she says that Cairo has a 6-month-old daughter named Mecca, and she is a very cute little one. You can't really see it. Sorry, y'all. I could not get them screenshots up. And anything else you want to say about that particular scene?
Mm-mm.
I felt like they kind of had a conversation, but
Remember it.
it didn't really. Yeah, I was about to say it wasn't even all of that. Let me see what the girls are saying. Oh, that's what I thought. Okay, I ain't tripping.
Because Nene was the one that really came up with that phrase
Right, right,
and would use it.
right. Then we go to the studio with Drew and Ralph, and they do a little number. And I didn't know Ralph could play, but he
Yeah.
can. Okay, I was like, all right. She sounds good. I thought the song was a cute little bop of a song or whatever. I could see it. I could see it. And where else are we going? Oh, to Sheree's distribution center with
With the wrinkled
the wrinkled sweatshirts for $274. Girl,
ridiculous.
get out of here.
Those prices are absolutely ridiculous.
Exactly. And then she's talking about yeah, they really should be steamed. She said, "Does that cost more?" She said, "Yes, it does."
Yes.
And that's Sheree's problem. She doesn't want to pay nobody.
Nope.
What she need to do is go ahead and sell that damn house.
Ooh.
Honestly, I mean, she don't need all the house, and then maybe she won't be so broke.
Mm.
Cause she said she was on a budget, right? I don't know, child. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. She was like, oh, I'm on a budget, and she always trying to get something for free. So I was just like,
Always trying to get something for free. Yes, she.
exactly, exactly. And then the last scene is Kenya versus Sheree. Now, again, like I said, I feel like, you know, I'm just gonna say it. Sheree is a pick me. I'm sorry. She's like just just dumb for a man. Like he can do anything. It doesn't matter. She don't have no standards for him. They don't. It just so when they was trying to have the conversation, she was trying to tell her about the aggressive and the abusive. She was like, I know the signs of abuse, and I was like, I understand what she's saying, but I don't. In that context, I don't think that she could say abusive. Aggressive, yes, but
Yeah.
abusive, no. Yes, we detect the manipulation. Yes, we detect all of the characteristics of emotional abuse, but that was just a communication.
Yeah.
So definitely we're gonna cross out abusive, and I think Kenya was wrong for putting that out there. Now, if you go look at Love and Marriage Huntsville, that is abusive, okay? But in this context, I do not think, and I think Kenya is like all of it is running together for Kenya. Like she's
Mm-hmm.
watching the show, she has this preconceived notion of him and how he treated his wife. Of course, she has her own trauma that she went through with her narcissistic ex-husband or potentially ex-husband, and healing and moving on from that. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
I got you. But I don't think yeah, potentially. So for me, I feel like even when she was saying it, she was kind of saying, I want you to see the flags. You don't see the red flags. And the way he was communicating with me, he's going to start communicating with you like that as well.
Mm-hmm.
So she's trying to, kind of talk some
Yeah.
sense into her. And then, you know, of course, Sheree is going to get on a defensive and she's going to say, well, she don't hold herself accountable and she got to do better just like he got to do better. And I hate when people, I understand everybody got their own part to play, but I hate when somebody just can't have the conversation, understand, because like I said, I don't think Kenya did anything wrong. But then when everything started to escalate and escalate and escalate, it just got kind of out of hand. Because like I said, I feel like she did it discreetly. Yes, the cameras was up. Oh well, I mean, we here to do a show, right? And like I said, if it's innocent, it's innocent. Ain't nothing else. It's nothing else to say about it. So I just didn't understand it. She doesn't. She doesn't want to see the red flags. It's a whole documented show. The whole thing is documented. So you can't get no better than that. So I don't know. He doesn't even deserve another woman. But of course, because he all buff, a buff arena, and he halfway decent looking, but child, I could do without it. But yeah, so Sheree was in her confessional saying that, Kenya's, she finds it crazy that Kenya doesn't want to take accountability or whatever. And like I said, I felt like she explained herself why she said it. She said, well, I didn't think about it until I saw you or saw you and him together. And then I
I
said,
call bullshit. That's bull.
okay,
I call BS. I'm
okay,
so sorry. Kenya is very smart. She knew what she was doing. I'm sorry. There was ill intent behind this. It was not to be a good friend of Sheree. It wasn't because she wanted to tell her before someone else tells her. Is none of that. She did it for TV. She did it for a storyline. She did it for TV. She knew it was gonna spark something. She knew. Kenya is
yeah,
Kenya's too smart. I know Kenya's smart.
Yeah.
She did it on purpose. She did it on
Yeah.
purpose,
I
and
know I know she did it on purpose.
she was
I'm not going to debate that one.
she was insinuating that he hit on her, and that's going to cause some type of friction. Of course it is. It's going to be
Right.
weird if my man is used to hit on you. I mean, you know what that can conjure up. So she knew what she was doing. That's why I say we have to be able to separate. From my mind, I can separate it. When it comes to the exchange with Martell and Kenya, Martell was wrong.
Yeah.
But Kenya is not innocent to me in this situation. She's not
Right.
completely
I got you.
innocent.
I got you. Like that whole she said she now what I will say, y'all remember in Love and Marriage Huntsville when Kiki was trying to backpedal and pussy pop talking about she didn't mean it as a dig.
Right.
Stand in it. That's one of those things. Because I mean, how else can you take that? Like she shut her down. But anyway, but that's like, I like for people to stand in their shit. Just stand in it. I'm sorry. So yeah, like I said, I felt like she should have took a little bit more accountability, but I still feel like Martell was in the wrong as well.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
she's not gonna hold his feet to the fire, of course. And that's what most
Yeah,
people
I
don't
think
do.
Sheree definitely was wrong in not checking Martell on how he spoke to Kenya, because he was being disrespectful and he was getting irate and he was getting boisterous and he was doing all that. I feel like Sheree, like Kenya said, you're not seeing the signs. You're not seeing the signs. So I feel like she should have checked him for his behavior.
Right. Right.
I know it seemed like they were ambushing him because they were, but you still Martell has to learn how to handle situations better. Like he just ugh.
I told you, I said, he's given 17, 18, 19-year-old.
Yeah, he's giving young boy who hasn't processed his feelings and does not know how to process his emotions at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, that's where we at with it, y'all. Was it a good episode for y'all? I thought a lot went on.
It was a good episode.
I'm gonna give it another 8.5.
Yeah, me too.
Y'all rate it in the comments. Y'all let me know. It's always varying opinions, so we'll see. Greta is an 8. Okay. LSW not so much, 6.7.
Dang. Ouch.
Right. 8.
Ouch.
Okay. 8. He will not change. These are facts. Yes. But I had a good time with it. It was good to me. They're definitely clocking in, giving. Yeah. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all leave in the comments. Were y'all team Tiffany or team Kiki? Were you team Miss Betty or Mel? Were you team Kimmy or team Maurice? Put it down in the comments and support your argument, okay? And then also to team Kenya or team Sheree? Team Candy or team Sonya? So yeah, it was a whole lot of different little conflicts, and who can be on whose side, who do you think is right? So yeah, make sure you get down in the comments and leave it, especially if you're on the replay, because we pay particular attention to the chat. So live streaming, great. The audience participation is up, but definitely on the replay, make sure you leave your comment and support your argument. And I might get down there with you. It's like, no. Yes, y'all throw up them Thumbs up signs. Everybody that's on Mo's channel, come over to my channel, hit the thumbs up, give me a view, give me a like, give me a comment. Everybody that's on my channel, give a thumbs up to Monique's channel. We don't have any mods in here. Zia, do you have if not, I'll put it in the description box. So you can definitely have Monique's channel. So you can go on over there and support her with your like, your click, and your comment. Okay. Yes. Come on, blue hearts.
Yeah.
Team Kiki, same here.
Me too.
Team Candy. Team Candy versus Sanya. Okay. What about Candy versus Todd? I'm Team Todd on that one.
I'm Todd. Team Todd.
Okay, you can't rate until you watch the whole episode. Okay, cool, cool, cool. All right, y'all. We will see you guys, and I'm not gonna make my.
Oh, you're not gonna make it.
No, I mean I can get there late, but I don't
You
know.
should still try to go.
I know Kevin wanted to see it. I'll leave it up to him. If he still wants to see it, then I'll take the because it's not far. It's like 20 minutes, like 15, 20 minutes. Thank you,
Okay.
boo. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Zia.
Oop, there we go. There is Monique Nicole's YouTube page. Make sure you go over and support our girl. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And we will be back next week. Now, I will be on my lonesome. So you may get another early one like this next week. Because it's gonna be fun because I got Bell Collective and I may do them separately. So I'll do Bell Collective, then I'll do Love and Marriage, and then I'll do Roa. So the live streams won't be so long. So yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you all.
Yep.
And we're gonna see you next time. Where's my outro?